Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Happy Friday.
Happy Friday.
Welcome back to the Ginger and Spice
Podcast.
podcast. I know I say this every week, but for anyone that's watching on video, Tia does these insane jazz hands. I don't even know where they came from.
Yeah. I'm not going to lie. Okay, shall I go through the books that we did this week? So this is week 2 of Daddy Week. However, we did have a little dip into a little why choose situation as well, didn't we?
Yeah, we did.
We'll get onto that in a second. So we did have a rogue one. So we had Lucy's Story by Ali Fischer. So our daddy books, we had ONS by Katelyn Taylor, Fierce Protector by Laura Bennett, and Dirty Little Sinner by Samantha Barrett. And then our Why Choose books, we had Dear Reader by Tate James and Ensnared by Rebecca Quinn.
So we were going to talk about them today, but both of those books, Dear Reader and Ensnared, ended on a cliffhanger, and they are part of a larger series. I think there's like 3 or 4 books.
Yeah.
So we're going to continue that, and we've decided to leave those 2 so we can bundle them together with the other books in the series next week instead. So today we are still going to talk about 4 books. 3 of them are daddy, 1 of them is our rogue one this week. So we may as well just get into it.
Yeah. So let's start with Fierce Protector by Laura Bennett.
Nice.
So I love this one. So this is Dad's best friend, age gap. So he is 48 and she is 34. It's Mafia.
There's a teeny weeny daddy kink in this as well.
Yeah, there is.
Yeah.
Which was lovely.
Yeah, it was nice.
Very enjoyable.
He was giving big daddy energy.
Do you know what? It's because he's like a man. Like, he knows what he wants. He's older now. Like, he wants his girl and he's going to get her and he's going to tell her what to do in all positions. I loved him.
We were talking about this earlier, and I think because the characters in this are older, like 34 and 48, like we said, that the emotional maturity is obviously so much better, and I actually liked that was reflected accurately. I mean, let's be honest, we all know men, no matter what age, are dumb as shit, right? And not all of them are emotionally mature.
Even if they are that age.
Yeah. Even at 48, a lot of men are not emotionally mature.
Yeah.
However, in an ideal world, in a realistic sense, at 48, you should be. And I like that was reflected in the book. It was sort of like, well, he's 48, he's nearly 50. He likes someone that's in her 30s.
Yeah.
They're both older. They've got careers. They know what they're doing. Like, they're too old to be fucking about,
for sure.
dancing around anything. So eventually, when they do finally admit their feelings, there's none of this like, will they, won't they, back and forth. It's basically just like, well, we've done it now. Now you're mine now, and that's it.
I'm moving.
No going back.
I love you.
Yeah.
Get on your knees.
That was basically it.
I know. I just done a rundown of the book.
That was it. That was the rundown.
Woo! No, I'll do an actual rundown. So we've got Katerina. So she's 34. She's a surgeon, but by night she works for the mafia as like the doctor.
Yeah.
And then we've got Stefano. He's really high up in the mafia, so he reports straight into the Don. And they really, really like each other. 4 years ago, they had a little smooch at a wedding, and they haven't stopped thinking about each other since. So now she's got herself a stalker who keeps sending her letters and giving her presents and stuff. And he's like, do you know what? I'm going to move in and I'm going to protect you. I'm going to find out who's doing it. And we're going to bang on the way.
Yeah.
And that they do. Woo! It was saucy!
It was. It was actually quite a short book as well. Do you remember how many pages it was?
I think it was like 325?
327 pages. Yeah, it was. So it's actually quite short. Like, it's not a long book. And he was great. Like, just some of the stuff that he said. Let me just get the book off my shelf.
Get it, girl.
Okay, so just to give you an idea of what Daddy Stefano was like, he says to her, page 136. I mean, it definitely doesn't take long for them to start getting it on. Let me just tell you that for free. It was like, what, 100 pages?
100,
if that? He says to her, on your knees, he commands. With his other hand, he wrenches open his belt and unbuttons his pants. Take out my dick and show me how good you can be for me. And on the next page, if you don't mind, he says, baby girl, you'll get your release when I say so. Right now, you can get dressed and finish the workout you came down here for, covered in my cum.
I remember that scene as well, and that was fucking delicious. He literally wanted all of the pleasure, and she was willing to give it to him, and he was punishing her anyway, and was like, no.
Yeah.
Straight on you.
He was absolutely delightful.
Wasn't he?
I do just want to say, actually, as well, in this book on page 237, there's a little QR code.
Oh, I've got the little pictures.
Which actually will take you to the pictures that Tia is about to show you now.
So that's your man with his back muscles. And look at those bum cheeks. That's actually my favourite scene, which we'll discuss shortly. And then this was another personal fave scene. So this is when they're at a gala and he takes her out into the corridor. Well, she takes him out. And he backs her up against the wall and hikes her leg over his shoulder and just goes to town on her nether regions with his mouth.
She's getting turned on by potentially being caught.
Yeah.
That was great.
That was really great.
Yeah. We've just full steamrolled ahead straight into the spice.
I know.
We've just like skipped over any plot, any characters.
We did a rundown.
Straight into the spice.
We did a rundown.
Yeah.
But obviously we was meant to probably do ratings before we went to the spice.
Oh, yeah.
But
never mind.
Who cares?
Yeah, so basically she essentially has this stalker and he just wants to protect her, really. So he kind of moves himself in. She ends up getting like this big bouquet of roses, and a lot of the letters to her are signed off from D, and you're led to believe it's one person and actually it's somebody else, which I personally see it was that you could see that coming a mile off.
Oh, yeah.
And I don't know how they couldn't fucking see it. So this is technically book 3 in the Bianchi Chronicles series. Book 1 and book 2 are Broken Princess and Brutal Queen, and they follow Aurora. So it's a different set of characters. Those two books are a duology/duet, and they are a Why Choose. This is obviously just MF. And this follows 2 of the side characters from that duet/duology. And I really love this. Like, I really, really loved it. Laura Bennett's writing is so good.
That's what I mean. All 3 books were absolute perfection.
Yeah, they were. If you're into Why Choose, I would recommend the first 2 books and then to go into this one. Yeah. Oh, chef's kiss. They were all really good.
Yeah.
The pacing as well in all of the books was so good. Like, even thinking back to Broken Princess and Brutal Queen, like the way that she paced out the spice and the plot was perfect. It was just so good. And it was the same in this. Like, it hit at the right time. It was the right amount. The space in between the spice was really good. The trickling out of the plot, like the length of the book, it was just really good. Should we get into ratings then based on that?
Absolutely we should.
So what did you give this?
I gave it a 4.5.
I think I gave it a 4.5 as well, I believe. Yeah. Should we do chili ratings?
Absolutely.
What did you give it?
I gave it 3.5.
Yeah, me too. 3.5.
Yeah.
Again, the spice was like trickled out really, really well, and it was all just really well paced, and it was also very, very nice. Like, say we got, his head was between her legs. Mm-hmm. He was taking her from behind. There was a lot of spanking. The spanking was so good.
There was the mirrors. Oh my Lord. I couldn't get enough of it. Just knowing that he looked like that from behind with the mirrors.
Do you want to talk about that scene then? Do you want to talk through it?
I'd love to, thank you. Let me just look at it again. Okay. She'd done a bit of pole dancing for him beforehand. And then he was like, get down. And then he bends her over his legs and then sticks a couple of digits in to get her ready. Then he hoists her up and puts her up against the wall of mirrors. And then he grabs her hands and puts her hands on the mirrors and then is like, eyes on me. Keep your eyes on me when I do this. And then he just, straight to the hilt.
Nice.
Straight in
there. That was a good demonstration.
I mean, I'm really great at demos if you didn't know.
Yeah.
Really, really great.
Yeah.
And then, he just pounded her to Pound Town. And she had a great time. Eyes on me. It was lovely.
Yeah. Fano, eyes on me, Tiero.
Oh.
It's got a ring to it, doesn't it?
Nice.
Should we move on to the next one? Let's do Dirty Little Sinner.
Dirty Sinner.
So this book is only like, what is it, 140 pages?
I think it's 150 pages.
150-ish pages this book is. And this is actually Daddy and Why Choose.
Yeah.
By the way.
Yeah.
This was utter fucking filth.
I was an honest puddle. For a lot of, well, actually all of it. It was in one sitting the whole time.
Stepdaddy Derek.
And all of his words.
Oh my God.
All of his directions. Honestly,
everything.
If he told me to walk in front of a train, I would.
Yeah.
I'd be like, oh yeah, he knows. He knows that's the right thing to do. I'm going. I'm off. That's fine.
Choo choo, motherfucker.
Honestly, he was so sexy.
Yeah.
He was great.
Okay, so in this, we've got Madison. She's the FMC. She's 21 years old. We've got stepdaddy Derek. That's her stepdad. He is 39 years old. We've got stepdaddy's best friend, Royce, aka Uncle Royce. They call him Uncle Royce because he's, like essentially adopted into the family, if you wish. And he's also 39. And then we have Cameron, which is her stepbrother. That is Derek's son. And he is 21 as well. So Cameron is the same age as Madison. Boy, oh fucking boy. Do you want to give a rundown of this?
Yeah, I'll give a rundown. So Madison's mum meets a guy, Derek. Within 6 weeks, they get married. And then within 5 months of that, she just fucks off. Leaves Madison behind. Then Madison starts getting a little bit of the feels for the lads. So she's already sleeping with Cam anyway. And then she ends up deep throating Derek. And then the boys walk in. And then she's like, oh shit.
As in, like, Royce and Cam walk in on her throat deep on Daddy Derek.
Yeah. And she's like, oh shit. And legs it, like, away from their house. So then they end up sort of tracking her and watching her for the next 2 months. She ends up going to jail because her mum's a fucking idiot and basically blames her for all of the stuff that she does that's bad.
Yeah, her mum's like an addict and like she just keeps getting in trouble with the law and she keeps giving her daughter's address, even though she hasn't fucking seen her.
Yeah.
So she keeps giving her daughter's address. So the police turn up at the daughter's house and then yank her into the cells.
Yeah.
So that's how she ends up in prison.
So then Cam gets her out, takes her back to the house. And then it all unfolds from there.
And it all unfolds from there. From the exact moment she walks in the door after he bails her out of prison.
Yeah.
It just unfolds. There's no more unfolding to be done.
No.
It's folded out completely.
Yeah,
it's actually folded out so much it's folded back in the way. Because it just fucking goes off.
It's really great though. So all 3 men wear masks and they chase her through a maze and then they just go to town on her. But also Cam and Royce have this little relationship as well. So they also go to town on each other. So we've got a bit of swords crossing.
Yeah, with the son of Daddy Derek. So with the stepbrother and with the uncle, not uncle, dad's best friend, have sword crossing. Okay, before we start talking about the spice, should we go into rating? Okay, I gave this 4.5. What did you give it?
I gave it a 4.
You gave it a 4?
Yeah.
So I fucking love this. I can't even lie. Like, it literally is like why choose taboo porn written down.
It absolutely is.
But I ate it the fuck up.
Just smashed through this so quickly.
Oh, yeah.
Honestly, I couldn't get enough of it.
Wait, I forgot to mention, I know it's already crazy enough as it is, but she has a relationship with a lion.
Oh, yeah.
The lion only likes her.
Yeah.
That was actually quite nice.
Yeah, that was really
Do you know what, actually thinking about it? This could have been a longer book.
I 100% would have read this if it was longer.
And it got more of like the whole circus carnival plot as well. This book is actually, I think it was book 3 in a series. Yeah. Now, technically, they are all kind of interconnected standalones. Right. However, we are going to be reading the other 2 books anyway.
I've got
yeah. I mean, so much went on in this. It was also, I mean, the reason there's a lion, I can't remember if we mentioned this, but is because it's actually set at a carnival / circus. So the Daddy Derek, owns this like carnival. So there's a lion that they rescued and everything. And she makes like really good friends with the lion. I mean, talking about it now, it really does feel like it should have been longer.
Yeah, I agree.
I totally would have read it.
I would have smashed through it.
Okay, should we do chili ratings? Chili peppers. Okay, I mean, there's just no other rating for this. So, shall we say this after 3? Because it's definitely going to be the same.
Yeah, I would hope so.
3, 2, 1, 5. Yeah.
I mean, fucking hell, it was relentless. So stepbrother Cam and Uncle Royce actually get it on with each other. So there's no, like, love or anything there. They just like pleasure. So when you've got the logistics of all of them together, it's a bit weird that Derek's actually in this situation with his son.
I thought that as well.
So we've got Derek on his back, then she's on top of him, flat on her front, and he's in her front hole. Yep. And then Royce comes in behind, goes in her back hole, and then Cam comes in behind him and ends up in Royce's back hole. But then you've got, like, do they high five? Does Cam and Derek go, all right, Dad? All right, Dad?
How are you getting on over there? Yeah.
I don't know. I just don't know. But I enjoyed it so much.
Go on, son.
Go on, son.
Gives a whole new meaning. Yeah. Go on, son.
Go on, son. Get in there.
Wasn't there a moment when the dad and the son were in the holes at the same time? I'm sure there was. Because I remember thinking to myself, wouldn't they be able to feel each other?
Yeah.
I mean, that obviously is a little bit odd, but whatever.
Yeah.
We rolled with it.
I mean, I still very much enjoyed
I had a
the
great
whole
time.
thing.
Let's circle back to the very first scene
Yeah.
when she gets back after prison.
Delicious. Yeah.
So Cam goes and picks her up from prison. He bails her out. He takes her home. Nobody else is in the house when they get there. So he says to her, go upstairs, have a shower. Everyone will be home soon. So she goes up the stairs, and then Daddy Derek and Royce come home, and she hears the voices, and she basically stands over the balcony, and she's like looking over the balcony at them, and then they all kind of like clock eyes, and there's immediate tension.
Oh, for sure.
And you just know straight off the bat, like, there's obviously some sexual tension here, like, huge. So she runs away anyway. She goes and gets in the shower. She comes out the shower. She's got a towel wrapped around her. And she's walking down the hallway, and she turns and sees that I think it's Royce's bedroom door is open.
Yeah.
And Cam is basically throat deep
Yeah.
on Royce.
Yeah.
So on Uncle, not Uncle Royce. And she's like, holy shit, I didn't know this was fucking going on. What the hell?
Yep.
So, and then she's like, she ends up like leaning against the door just to watch. And then she clocks eyes with Royce. Royce looks at her over Cam, and he winks at her, if I remember rightly. And then she basically just like takes her towel off and then starts touching herself, and he kind of like beckons her in. So she comes into the room and gets on the bed, opens her legs, and he goes to town on her with his mouth.
Yeah.
Whilst
Cam is
behind.
on the back doors.
Yeah.
Of Royce.
And that was the very first scene after she got home. She hadn't even slept or eaten.
No.
So that was as soon as she got back. And then she was like, all finished, and she climaxed, and then she was like, oh my fucking God, like, what have I just done? Holy shit.
She literally ran away.
Ran away.
But then she got in her bed and she was like, well, that was very nice.
Yeah.
Well, that was fun.
Yeah. And then, fuck me, it went off. So basically, because she's embarrassed about the whole thing, she ends up getting up really early every morning at like 4 a.m. before everybody else, so she doesn't have to see them. And then all the boys, so the dad, the son, and the uncle, not uncle, all kind of hatch a plan together, because they're like, look, she's not ready to accept the fact that we all want her, even though we know she wants all of us.
Yeah.
She's not ready to face that yet. So why don't we all get some masks and some hoodies, all in different colors, and we'll basically just like chase her through the maze, and we'll just fuck ourselves into her.
Yeah.
And then eventually when she's ready, we'll whip our masks off and be like, ta-da!
Surprise!
It's us!
The thing is, right, I've written this down. I wrote this down so many times. I was like, how does she still not realise
Oh,
it's
no.
them? Like, how, I think at the end it was because two of them are pierced, and she was like, they definitely didn't have piercings before, so it's definitely not them.
Yeah, so I think it was the dad and the son that were pierced, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So the dad...
I think the son got it done.
The son had just a crossbar.
Yeah.
And then the dad went and got a Jacob's ladder
Yeah.
to basically like outdo him. And I think the son was like, oh, fucking typical. The dad in this, Daddy Derek, was insane. He was like, he fucking knew what he wanted.
Yeah.
Like, and he was rough as anything as well.
He really was. Genuinely, when I say this, I know you thought I was joking earlier, but I'm not. I would trust that man with my life. I might not walk in front of a train. I don't know. I'm not sure. It depends on how I feel at the time when he asks. But the way he said everything was like, whoo.
Yeah,
sir.
I totally agree.
Yeah.
There was one point where she was supposed to meet them one night, so she's meeting these masked men, and she was supposed to meet them at like 9 o'clock, and she doesn't turn up, and they're like, where the fuck is she? And then they hear someone screaming, so they go and follow the noise, and it's her, and she's basically like trapped herself on like the trapeze nets. So Daddy Derek goes up to get her, and he literally grabs her by the hair and just fucking yanks her off. And I was like, that should not turn me on.
No, that was yeah.
Am I the problem?
Am I the problem?
Literally. Because I was like, sir, that's aggressive. Do it again.
Yeah. I wouldn't mind.
The last thing I will say about this is there is a fuck ton of spitting in the mouth in this. So if that is not your vibe, I'd probably give this a miss, because it doesn't just happen like once or twice. It happens a lot.
And it's always Royce. Royce always does it. So I genuinely do not like it. And I've voiced my opinion on spitting in the mouth several times. And I fucking loved it. So that was wild.
Oh, well, there you go. You might actually enjoy it, so give it a try anyway.
Yeah.
I thought it was fucking great.
Yeah.
Should we move on to the next one?
Absolutely. Okay, so the next one we're going to do is Lucy's Story by Ali Fischer. So this is our rogue one. This is not part of the Daddy week. But we fucking loved it. Okay, so this one. So Lucy got herself entangled in a situation in book 1. And now in book 2, she feels pretty bad about it. So this is her road to kind of finding herself again. So she does a bit of yoga with the girls. There's a lot of tequila. She gets a new wardrobe. She gets her hair done. She's making herself feel great again. Mm-hmm. And then now it's time to find herself a new man, Tom.
He's a pleasure dom.
Oh, hello, Tom. So Tom has got some issues. Like, he is doing some things with the Russian mafia. Mm-hmm. But is also into going to sex clubs. One in particular, which he takes Lucy to, and they have a very, very good time.
Yeah, she's kind of like inexperienced, but also quite insecure as well because of the way her last relationship ended, which is part of the entanglement that she got into in book 1. So she's like really down in the dumps a little bit, like doesn't feel good about herself, blah blah blah. And he's really patient with her in that sense, and he's like, well, you know, look, let me show you, let me help you, let me help you feel good, let me help you try and bring out that more confident side in you. And he really, really does. He makes her feel really good mentally and also physically.
Of course,
physically.
Obviously. He invites her down to London because he owns like this high-end nightclub. And he says, come and stay with me for the weekend. When they finally come together, literally she walks through his door and within 5 minutes, boom, first climax.
Yeah.
Straight away. No mucking about. Then they go to the sex club and it's beautiful.
So he's a pleasure dom, and she obviously, with her insecurities and everything and the way that she was treated by her ex, she doesn't want to be like degraded or anything, or, you know, be name called, that kind of stuff. She doesn't want any pain. And he's like, well, that suits me fine because I get off on bringing pleasure, not pain and not degradation. So they work really well together in that sense. Tom, the pleasure dom. Shall we do ratings?
Absolutely.
What did you give it stars?
4.5.
I gave it a 4.
Yeah.
I did really liked this one. I really liked Lucy and her journey. I think because she started off like quite meek and quiet and really kind of like introverted, and then she was just like this, you know, fierce bad bitch by the end of it that like really owned it.
Badass.
She did,
she literally inserted herself into a freaking undercover Russian situation.
Yeah, no.
That she had no business being in.
No.
But she was like, oh, I've got this, don't you worry.
Okay, should we do chili peppers?
Oh, absolutely.
I gave this a 4.
Yep, 4 as well.
I think because there's a sex club and there was lots of climaxes. There was lots of talk of BDSM.
Yeah. So one of the first things that he said to her when she was like, I don't know what I'm doing. He was like, it's all right, let's just start from the top and I'll take your cherry for you if you want.
Because she was just like, all of my encounters so far, like, they just weren't even worth it. And he was like, look, I tell you what, why don't we just pretend that the slate is wiped clean and you're a virgin and I'll pop your cherry and we'll take it from the top. He was wonderful, wasn't he? Have you got any favourite scenes?
Yeah, I do have one which I really felt deep down in my core. So when they're in the sexy club, they're watching another couple do bits and they're in like this corner which is like they can't be seen where they are, and he literally goes to the hilt on her, like hard slam, and then is like, just rock yourself on me until you get yourself off while you watch them. And I was oh Tom, that's really done it, that. That's done something to me there.
Well done, sir.
Yeah,
congratulations.
Congrats.
All right, should we move on to the next one?
Yes.
Okay, this is our last one.
So the next one we read is Back to Daddy's. So it's ONS, which stands for One Night Seduction by Katelyn Taylor. So we got this as an arc, and fuck me, am I glad that we got it, because this packed a punch. Like, this, so much happened in it.
Can't believe that much happened in those many pages.
Yeah, I know. And do you know what? It weren't even like they went to a lot of places.
No.
Like, it was like 3 different areas, but so much happened.
The lake house, fucking everything and more happened. It was like a week they were there.
Yeah. So before we give away the gist of it, I'll do the rundown so that it gets...
You've got more context.
Yeah. Adriana is going out for her best friend's 21st birthday. They decide to go to a sex club, obviously, because why not?
Mm-hmm.
They walk in, so they're dressed to the nines, they've got masks on. She goes up to the bar to get a drink, and then some guy behind her says, add it to my tab. So she's like, oh, hello, Mr. Tall, Dark and Handsome. So he grabs her hand and just walks off, and of course she goes with him because why not? Anyway, they get to the first room. It ends up being like a dom sub situation. They have at it and it's amazing. Then they go to the next room. It's like a voyeur's room. And they end up being like the main event.
Mm-hmm.
And they fucking love it. And it's all great. He asks about a tattoo that she's got behind her ear. And he's like, you've got a sparrow tattoo behind your ear. And she's like, yeah. But they don't think anything of it. Anyway, he then is like, I'd love to meet you again. Meet me 9 p.m. next week, next Saturday, so we can do this all over again. She's like, yeah, fine. So she's got like butterflies for the week because she's like, oh, I can't wait to
Really
see
excited.
him.
Yeah.
Oh, do I go? Do I not? Of course she goes. She goes and she gets there at like 9 o'clock, but he's not there. And then she's like, oh, maybe he didn't want to see me. But then he turns up and she's like, yeah. So then they go to it. I'm honestly so excited about this.
I know, I can tell.
Moment.
Yeah.
I'm literally like buzzing. So then they go to a room and then he like blindfolds her and then he's like using wax on her and he gets the feathers out and it's all very fucking sexy.
Yeah.
He ends up doing it with her and then he shouts her name as he climaxes and then she's like, hang on, I didn't tell you my name. So then he's like starting to walk out and then she grabs his mask, she takes it off and then she realises it's her ex-stepdad, Logan.
Her mum's ex-husband.
She's like, well, this is fucking terrible. This is never happening again. And, you know, that's fair. That's a fair reaction to finding something like that out. However, then they end up in this cabin, which their family go to, and he turns up because the mum wants him back.
Yeah.
So
they go on this like vacation every year to the lake house, and every year Logan is invited by the mum. And basically the mum done him dirty and cheated on him, so he divorced her some years ago. And every year the mum has invited Logan to the lake house, and he's always declined the offer. He's like, I don't want to be around you. Like, stop inviting me. However, this year, after the whole Ari sex club situation, he's like, actually, this is my chance to be close to her.
this could be my vibe.
So he fucks off his work for like the first time ever. And off he goes to the lake house with his bags packed. He turns up at the door and Ari's like, what the fuck are you doing here? And then he has to pretend that he's here to entertain the mum, like as if he wants to get back with the mum.
I mean, the mum is fucking terrible, man.
She's awful.
She is horrendous. Like, she's evil.
She's a drunk and she's nasty and manipulative and just really a really awful woman. Not only do we have Logan on this vacation in the lake house, we've also got Ari. Obviously, we've got Ari's mum, but we've also got Ari's mum's sister. So Ari's auntie, plus her husband and their 2 kids.
Yeah.
And oh my god, I don't even know where to start with the things that happened at the fucking lake house.
Oh wait, hang on, it gets better. Then Logan's brother turns up.
So Logan's on the phone to his brother and he's being a bit grumpy and all that, and then he's like, oh, I'm at the lake house, and he's like, what the fuck are you doing there? I thought you didn't want to get back with that bitch. And he's like, oh, I don't. He's like, so why are you there? So anyway, his brother ends up turning up, Tyson. And Tyson is closer in age to Ari. Tyson's like later 20s. They obviously already knew each other from when their parents were married anyway. So they hit off and they end up getting it on. And she tells Logan, secretly Logan pulls her aside, and then she ends up telling Logan, like, look, you need to move on. This can't happen. It doesn't matter what this attraction is. Like, it can't happen. It's not okay. You know, just go and fuck my mum. Like, go and do it. Like, go and get with her. So, I mean, he does. He does exactly that. She walks in and finds him fucking her mother on the pool table, I might add. And like, she gets jealous.
Like hardcore. Like, he really fucking goes to town on
but he's like closing his eyes, pretending it's Ari. And she catches them anyway. And then she's obviously like, oh, fuck, I'm jealous. Yeah. Oh, shit. This isn't great.
Not good. This isn't what I wanted.
But then the brother, Tyson, ends up like, he can sense that there's something between them, and he basically confronts his brother Logan and is like, look, what the fuck is going on between you? Logan's like, oh, you know, nothing, it doesn't matter, whatever. So then Tyson tries a different tactic and asks Ari, and Ari basically tells him, like, look, you know, we met in this sex club, we fucked, whatever, it was weird, blah blah blah, we ended it. And he was like, but did you though? Like, you know, I'm sensing something, and he's a grumpy bastard. I can see that he's obviously not happy. But does that stop Tyson from fucking her? No, it doesn't. So they end up in like a little bit of a competition for her attention.
Yeah. Oh my god, it's so good.
And he's just like, Tyson is just constantly baiting Logan all the time about it. And I actually did really like that. Before we move on and talk about everything else that happened, I will say I fucking love Tyson.
Yeah, He's such a good character in this because he was like a bit of a playboy. He's like meant to be a bit of a surfer. He's like cute and all this stuff. Very cheeky, loves beer pong, all that shit. But he was such a nice guy.
Yeah, I really thought he was going to be an arsehole when he first came into it. And I was totally prepared to hate him. What I wasn't prepared for was my kind of like sheer overwhelming disappointment to get to the end and not get his little story wrapped up. Like, where was his happy ending? Do you know what I mean? So obviously, like, they're at this lake house and then she's with like Tyson doing bits and they're basically having like a little mini holiday romance. So they all go out one night and they all get a little bit boozy and then everybody else decides to go home and they basically leave Ariana, Tyson and Logan out at the bar with alcohol and they're dancing. This is my favorite scenes in the whole book, this series of situations. They're basically dancing on the dance floor and the three of them, like one's in front and one's behind, so bearing in mind they're brothers and they're like both grinding on her and they're like dancing and it's all sexy and then they end up back in the hotel and they all end up in the same hotel room. I think you know where I'm going with this. And yeah, she takes both brothers at the same time. Yeah, so I've basically got a quote from this scene. Tyson says during the threesome, "Now be a good girl and choke on my cock while my brother fucks you senseless." Sir.
Honestly, that fucking scene. That
was insane.
Just the lead up, the tension from the
oh my god
to them getting in that bed.
Tyson basically bows out after that as well, doesn't he? He's sort of like, oh.
I mean, they were dying to fucking fuck each other.
Yeah. Should we do ratings before we talk about the hot tub scene?
Yeah, I've been dying to talk about that fucking hot tub scene. Okay.
So what did you give it?
I gave it a 4.5.
I gave it a 4.5 as well. Yeah. Should we do chili ratings?
The chili!
Chili peppers. What did you give it?
4.
I've got 3.5 down here, but I think 4 might be more accurate. Somewhere between 3.5 and 4. So do you want to talk about the hot tub scene?
Oh my god, yes, I've been dying to. So I think it's the auntie. She asks her partner, should we get in the hot tub tonight so that we can, you know, be a little saucy? And he's like, nah, don't think so.
Yeah.
Don't know why you'd want to do that.
Yeah.
And then I think it might have been Kelly or someone said, oh, I'll get in the hot tub with you. So then she's like, oh, yay, okay. So then everyone's like, yeah, let's get in the hot tub. Let's get in the hot tub together. So they all end up in the hot tub. And then, so Logan is sat next to Ariana. And he just has a little touch down there and he's having a little feel around and then he sticks a few digits in. So they're all having conversation around in the hot tub while this is happening. So he's going to town on her and just as she's about to climax, he says, right, dunk your head under the water so that you can come under the water and make as much noise as you want. And fucking hell, like just thinking of that.
So she dunks under the water when she finishes and then pops up at the other end of the hot tub.
And everyone's like,
yeah, That was weird. And then, but then the sister, so the Ariana's auntie, the sister of the mum, starts getting a little bit suspicious, and she's like, what's happening here?
Which
then
all feeds into sort of the explosion that comes out halfway through. So they do obviously eventually get caught, and it's around the dinner table with all of them there, and it's fucking explosive because that's not the only thing that actually ends up coming out.
So many secrets and shit comes out at that dinner table. Then
it was wild.
I mean, the mum just goes from terrible to fucking horrendous, like should be in hell. And then basically Logan, Tyson and Ariana leave, don't they? They Skype her off. And then it just fucking, it goes off again after that. Like the story just fucking continues. After that, the mum comes back, you know, and the mum's like out for revenge and she's doing the absolute fucking most.
Yeah.
And it's like, Jesus, women, get the hint.
I had like 60 pages left and I was like, for fuck's sake. So I was like, it's all really fucking happy at the minute.
Yeah, which means it's going to kick off.
Everyone's happy now that they've left the fucking cabin. Like, this can't be the end. It wasn't.
No.
It went off.
Yeah, again.
I
mean, it was just mad. Yeah. There was so much in this, it really fucking packed a punch, I can't even lie. So Ariana is 21 years old and Logan is in his 40s. I think he's about 46. Do you remember? Yeah, so he's 46. So there's a big fucking age gap. 25-year age gap.
Woo!
But in my head, that man was divine.
Oh, big time.
Yeah.
Like,
I tell you one thing, the KT knows how to write an older man.
yeah.
So yeah, if you like Taboo, and obviously if you like Spice, I'd
And
say
if you
give
like
this one a
Age
go.
Gap.
And if you like Age Gap,
Ooh.
yes. Ooh.
Ooh.
Ooh, yeah. Basically, we're just going to go and read everything that Katelyn Taylor's written now.
Yeah.
Like every single thing.
Every single book.
I'm going to be rummaging around in her bin looking for anything that she's written. Notes. A shopping list. I'll read it. I'll read it.
That's very good.
All right. So next week is Why Choose. Like we said, we did read 2 Why Choose books this week.
Yep.
But we haven't included them because we're going to continue those series. So we're going to bundle them together next week instead. So that means next week we'll actually have quite a few books to talk about, which is going to be fantabulous, darling.
Fabulous, darling.
I think we're doing 2 weeks of Why Choose as well.
Yeah.
So we've done 2 weeks of Daddy, and we're going to do 2 weeks of Why Choose. The last time we did Why Choose, we did 2 weeks, and it went fucking off. So yeah, I'm excited for it.
Yeah.
So
Time.
we'll see you next Friday for Why Choose.
Yeah, baby.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Oh, that was a nice clink.